Afternoon, bushcrafters, survivalists and preppers. Not missing any of you out. I've done Saturday afternoon and I thought I'll dig out my bug out and have a look inside, because you know what it's like, you just throw stuff in it and you never check it. Or wrong, I never check it. So I've decided just to pull it out and have a look and see if any of it's any bloody good to me, to be honest with you. That's what I'm looking at it there. It looks sad. And this is supposed to be my survival grab bag, you know. Could I survive in it now? I haven't been in it for what probably is 6 months. So be warned, let's have a look and I'll come back to you anyway. Let's have a look. Anyway, here we are. Am I in for a shock or am I in for a treat? As I say, I haven't looked at it and it looks like a load of junk in here to me. This is a very unprepared bug out bag, so we're going to have a look and see what I've got in here, and I might be surprised. But anyway, first option is my axe. Just a cheapie, does the job. I usually don't use these, my bug out one generally speaking, and it is still very sharp, so that's done. Happy with that. By the way, this is not going well. I'll refurbish it. I've got a water container and a BCD mug in here. As you can see, I'm going to pull it out. So that's a good start. Start on this side pouch. Tin openers, 2 of them, just your basic 99p, not that we have a problem getting a tin open. Absolutely zilch in that one, plenty of room actually, so I don't know why I haven't got stuff in that. I haven't got stuff in that simply because I'm not keeping my bug out bag prepped. In this one, oh yeah, I've got my light mirror, and basically what I do with this, I can put tinder in here, hold it to the sun and it will direct itself on that. So that's, I've got one ability in the sunshine to light a fire and nothing else in there. So the fire steel's missing, one, but I know where that is, and that's in my car, and that's no excuse really. Because I just might not have to be able to bug out. I might not be able to bug out with my car. And I know my 9s are in the car, 2 of them. One or more and one thing. So, not very clever so far. I put a mug in there. That must have been when we were doing a bit of camping. What's this? Oh, tick test. Just something I've thrown in as I go along. A hobo fishing reel, yeah, that's useful. I've got a small temperature gauge and compass and some blue for sharpening your knife or whatever. There's a small multi-tool in here. Okay, I'm not so disappointed at the moment. All-weather notebook, useful. Not really survival, but useful. Some tissues to get started. I use that really loosely, because if I'm loose, I might need them boys to stop burning. Oh, right, I wonder where that had gone. The GPS, Garmin GPS. Not necessarily, a bit over the top in my opinion for a bug out, but you know, what is over the top if you can carry it? There's a knife, there's a lock knife, so I'm not in despair. If I bugged out, I've still got a blade and an axe. Okay, so I feel better already. I don't know why that isn't on the bag, or why is it in the bag, but hey ho. Yeah, what else have I got in here? I've got some sugar and sauces and stuff, so I must have thrown that in a while ago. That needs checking. some cooking oil, just a little to get me started. Let's make sure that goes the right way up. This must have been from camping, it's a fold-in mug. It's just a drinking utensil, fresh water and all. Useful to have because they do flat pack. I didn't know it was in there. It isn't, it's a heavy bag, but it isn't overly heavy. Dogs walking about. 2 of them. Some damp spices. They're not going back in there. Very poor, really. Kendal mint cake, that's a good find. I've actually got a bowl in there as well. Saves me carving one up in the first few weeks. Some flint, some beeswax, an unmarked vessel with coffee in it. I know it's coffee, but it's gone, it's useless. So that can be sorted out. This is, actually I do take this when we do a bit of an outdoor trip, so that's what's happening, that's what's going on here. Hand sanitizer, more tissues, badly organised. So we're getting a few tools. Some more zero sugar and some more flavours and sugar and stuff. This is obviously when we've been doing a bit of outdoor, and instead of keeping this as a bug out bag, I'm taking it as a camping bag. Jet lighter. I'm not a fan of them actually, because once you've used them you're gone. And one single solitary toothpick. Well, not toothpick, dental floss stroke toothpick. More tissues. We've got plenty of tissues in there, right? And that can go. That's a camping thing. Tin opener, bottle opener, and it's rusty. So let's do one thing, is clearing out the bag of junk. Okay, what else have we got here? We'll go on the side. Stanley water bottle, we've done a video on that. Come out, go on, out. Dog will mooch around. If he thinks it's food, go on, Labrador. Anyway, Stanley water, we've gone into that. You can store it, cook in it, carry it. That is your ideal water container. Nothing else in there. Also, a retractable small fishing rod and reel. I wouldn't, the hobo would do me, to be honest, but if you've got a luxury like that, it'll come in handy, but no fishing gear as yet. Okay. In the side pocket, a few knives and forks, salt and pepper, all luxuries. You don't need them to survive, but they will help your mental attitude if you've got things like that about. Let me stick them back in and zip it up. On the top of this pouch here, we're trying to keep the cooking in this area, in the water, which is the Stanley. This one here is a Maxpedition pouch. I get a gas bottle and a jet oil in here. If I can get it out. I think you can see that. That is a useful pouch for Maxpedition. You can get it on the outdoorstores.org or anywhere. Jet oil, excellent fast bit of kit. Again, you're limited in a survival situation. That pouch should become useful when you run out of gas. Because you will. You won't have enough gas in here. Yet to last very long. Sorry. 1, 2, and the one that's in there, 3 gas bottles. A Blanket. Foil blanket. I don't know where that came off. Rettings Schultz Decade. Foil blanket, very useful. That is survival kit. What else have we got in here? Tea bags. My little light my fire prong for cooking on. Stick your branch, your finger size branch in there. It holds it close, and you can stick it in whatever you want, toast, roast, anything you want, and spit roast it on your fire. That is worth having in your bag, in my opinion. Although not essential. We all know you can make that. You can make that out of a piece of hazel or whatever. But no weight in it at all. Not really essential, but useful. Here's another little gas fire. Again, I wouldn't be, this is camping really, I wouldn't be dependent too much on these. Great if you've got them, but if you're hiking, ditch them, you know. If you've got to get out of somewhere in a hurry, don't carry the weight, they're quite heavy. Very rapidly in the night when you're trying to see yourself. You'd have to pack some leaves or something around that. What else we got? It's like Christmas. Oh, my little strainer. I would always go with that. That's worth getting your hands on. Just a little strainer, so you can put your leaves in and strain your teas. It's so hard in the wild to strain things, drinks and stuff like that. So this is just a useful bit of kit. It opens up, put your stuff in, close it up, and I keep it in here to stop getting crushed. Which can also double up as holding your spices. You can actually put your dried leaves in here for tea, and you'd get a few in there as well as that. So I'm not really disappointed at the moment. I know I could steel striker for your flint. We found a piece of flint, so we're doing all right on the fire front so far. Although very disappointed, I haven't found a fire steel. I haven't. But as I say, they're in the car. This other pouch here, I've got cotton, pencils, matches wrapped up, some bags. What on earth is that? Water purifier. That is useful. I'll get it out because it's nicely packed away. It's a little water purifier or filter. Wash oil. That's the multi-body clothes and dishes. That's the multi-purpose one. First aid kit. Always useful to have. You should have one of them in a bug out bag. You should have a filter in your bug out bag. You should have cotton balls in your bug out bag. You should have matches in your bug out bag. And that is actually char cloth. You definitely should have some of that in your bag. You should have a lot of that in your bag. Well, really, once you get your initial fire started, you're in business anyway. So, happy with that little pouch. Very happy with that little pouch. On here, it's just a head net. See it? It's just a simple millets of herba head net. Because if you're getting mozzied in the woods, you need that. Although I haven't found any insect repellent, so we'd have to use smoke or the natural stuff, make our own. But that could be done. So, no more pouches left. No, there isn't. Oh, sorry, there is. What was just been in there? Alright, okay. In here, not essential, there's a small pair of binoculars. Not essential, you can live without that, even with my eyesight. Paracetamol, Vaseline. I don't know what a clicker's doing in there, but you don't need that. Although, for navigation purposes, I wouldn't be disappointed to find that in a bug out bag at all, because, you know, accurate navigation in a bug out situation might be needed. Now on the strap, although I'm missing my 2 knives, they are in the car. I'm convinced there's enough here to survive, to use for me, because I've got an axe and a knife. Here's a US military compass on the front. This is, to me, better than the silver, because this is what I was brought up on, the prismatic compass. And it's the one I truly understand and love, because I can, which I haven't got a map in here, we should have a local map in here. I can take a back bearing with a local map and a protractor. I can actually find my position. But to be honest, the way I do survival is that I should be able to live anywhere. So finding your position isn't as necessary. Running out of the situation isn't the way I'm thinking, because every attitude to survival or bug out is different, to be honest with you. There are millions of situations, you just got to hope you get it right. So that's it in my expedition. The one other thing I haven't got, so what haven't I got in here? I haven't got a gun in here. And I've got enough room on the back for a handgun and a water bottle in the back, which feeds out of here and feeds over, and that's not in it. And it should be in it, it should be dried and empty, and then at least I can boil water and fill it and keep hydrated on the move. So again, not overly disappointed. I have enough here in this bag to get me started, to get an instant brew. I've got no food, no real food, a bit of candle mint cake. But to be honest, you know, I'd raid the kitchen. If I had to bug out, I'd hope I'd have 15 minutes to get this out and raid the kitchen. Because my intentions, as I said before, are to survive out there on what I can find, what I can hunt. That's my idea of survival, as opposed to hoarding, you know, in a house. My belief is if you stay in a house, you can become a target, not only a target for those that are maybe invading the country or whatever, but you become a target for people who know you've got food there. Where if I'm on the move and I haven't got any food, but I can survive on what I can find every day, my main thing would be to build my shelter, find my water, and then seek my food, all within a couple of weeks, really, in that order, 3 days for the water. My waters aren't full, by the way, and really you should go to your bug out bag and refresh this water on a regular basis, depending on what your water supply is, because you really, it might be weighty, but if you're bugging out in a hurry, you're going to be dehydrated very fast, and you're going to be bad on the first night. And the first couple of nights, you really want to be getting used to the difference that's just happened to your life. So, but anyway, that's my unprepared bug out. Found a few rotten things in, which I'd use. Although I wouldn't use that coffee. I would use a lot of this stuff. There is enough here to keep me going and help me in a bit of a crisis. But there are a lot of things missing. As I say, 2 knives are missing, which I like around, but I could survive with a little one. Fishing kit, but no tackle. How silly is that? Although saying that, on the hobo, there's river tackle in that, but there's not sea tackle in it. It's got a little compartment at the back, and I know that's full. So anyway, this is Pete signing out, disappointed with his bug out bag, saying please don't forget to subscribe.